Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman from Studio B here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And we're resuming September 25 in our 1969 Strat-O-Matic baseball replay. And today it's the third of a three-game series between the Washington Senators at the Detroit Tigers. Washington won the first one 7-5, then Detroit took the second one 5-4, and this is the rubber game. It'll be Dick Bosman, right-hander with 11 wins for Washington, and Mike Kilkenny, the left-hander. He has won 10 for Detroit. Let's look at our opening lineups for the Washington Senators. It's Eddie Brinkman leading off at short. Versailles at second, Howard at first, McMullen at third, Aaliyah in right, Unser in center, Dick Smith in left field, Casanova catching, and Bosman batting ninth, the pitcher. And look at Kathy Harden, bright and early. Oh, I love it. Bright and early. And you have some coffee right with you right now? You got a nice cup of coffee with you in your hand like I do? For the Detroit Tigers, it'll be Mickey Stanley leading off. All right. In center field, Tresh in left, Northrup in right, Cash at first, Matic at second, Freehand the catcher, Word at third, Gutierrez at short, and Mike Kilkenny, left-hander, the starting pitcher, batting ninth. And I suppose since Kathy's here, no reason to put it off. Let's get going here. The Tigers take the field. We're in Tiger Stadium. Kilkenny on the mound. And here's Brinkman. Epstein is not in the starting lineup because Ted Williams tends to platoon Epstein with Brant Aaliyah. Epstein sitting out when there's a left-hander. Epstein, a left-handed hitter, even though his card looks good to me. He did pinch hit in this game in real world. Brinkman takes a ball low, 1-0. He pinch hit for Aaliyah, went to first for the game, and Howard moved to left where Aaliyah was starting in right. That's strange. And Ed Stroud came in to play right. Here's Kilkenny now. And the pitch to Brinkman. That's 5-7 right-handed. And that is a liner to short caught by Gutierrez, one away. And we are underway. It was a 5-7 right-handed, single 1-7. It was a 13 on the devil die, 1 out. Hope you're feeling well this morning, Kathy. I'm doing pretty well. Here's Versailles now. Kilkenny into his windup. And the pitch, 2-9 left-handed. And that's hit well by Versailles. And it's gone. Zoilo Versailles has just hit a solo home run with 1 out in the first inning to give the Senators a 1-0 lead. It was off his own card. He has... I can't even read the oh. He's got W power, but he has a little bit on his card. He had 1 home run in the season. Look at it again. 2-9 against the left-hander, home run 1-10. And it was a 9. The Treaty of Zoilo Versailles hits a home run. We'll check to see if he's done that before in our replay. Oh, well, how's the air conditioning working? That's what matters most. That is the first home run for Versailles this season. Okay, well, that's what matters, right? First home run for Versailles, and he had 1 all season. Figures he gets it in September. 1-0. And here's the big man, Frank Howard. That's what matters. It's a great time to stay in, Kathy. Okay, here's Howard now. He has 51 on the year. Here's the pitch from Kilkenny. 5-7, right-handed, single 1-7. That's going to be a liner again to short. To Gutierrez, 2 away. We hit that with Brinkman. And now Ken McMullen is the batter. Here's Kilkenny now. 2-8, left-handed, struck him out. And the side is retired. 1 run, though, on 1 hit. It was a home run, the first of the year for Zoilo Versailles. And we've gone half an inning. It's Washington 1 and Detroit coming up. I wouldn't call it irony, but it's a clarification that although we hit 89, 90 a lot in the summer, for some reason it's not as hot here. It's not as bad as other places in the U.S. because we're a peninsula. On the other hand, maybe it just seems that way because we're used to it, and you're not. But there are many times when I see it's hotter up north than down here. We head to the bottom of the second, and it's Dick Bosman, right-hander for the Senators. This is the rubber game of the series. Mickey Stanley leading it off. The pitch from Bosman, 6'7", right-handed, flies to center. And under that is Unser for the out, one away. Now Tom Tresh. .411, switch hitter batting left. And that is a base hit by Tresh. .411, left-handed hitter, single 1-8. Goes up the middle. Thrown in by Unser. Tresh is on. Both pitchers very good at holding runners on. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, Kathy. The black top on the roads retains all the heat. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, here's Northrop with Tresh on first, not being held, one out. The pitch from Bosman. That's 2-4 right-handed. That's a ballpark slash in Detroit. Left-handed. Oh, that's a re-roll. Look at that. That is an entire re-roll. 1-6 right-handed. That's even better. Triple 1-4, and it's blasted by Northrop into left. And it's rolling to the wall in the corner. Smith going to get it. Smith, Tresh rounding third, scores. And Northrop into third. He slides in with a triple. A 1-6 right-handed, triple 1-4, 1 on the 20 die. And that'll tie up this ball game. The single by Tresh, the triple by Northrop. Now here's Norm Cash. Northrop is on third, Cash at the plate. They bring the infield in here. The pitch to Cash. 2-2. That's a fly to right, and that's an A. And that means Northrop tags. A. Runners advance on that A. I just want to check something on the rules. Give myself something to do. Fly ball A. It's the same as basic, believe it or not. Same as basic. Advanced is same as basic. Stormin' Norman with the sacrifice fly, bringing home Northrop for the second run. And that'll be 2 outs, nobody on for Matic. Here's Bosman now. 4-9, left-handed, flies to left. Smith is under it, he makes the catch, and the side is out. But 2 runs for the Tigers. On 2 hits, a single, the triple knocking home Tresh by Northrup, and then the sacrifice fly by Storm and Norman. We've gone 1, it's Tigers 2, Washington 1. Here's Kilkenny now. He'll face Aaliyah, Unser, and Smith. Aaliyah steps into the batter's box. Here's Kilkenny now. 3-12 left-handed, grounds it to third. A Wirtz has it, throws it across the diamond. 2 Storm and Norman. 1 down. Now Del Unser, this will be lefty-lefty. Kilkenny, he gets the sign from Freehand. The pitch to Unser. That's 1-5 left-handed, base hit Unser. That's a nice hit by Unser. Has a better chance than against right-handers. Sometimes that happens. Unser 1-15, 1-10, not being held. He has the lead, but he won't go. That's a case where when you get the lead, you don't have to go. And here's Dick Smith. Unser on first. Not being held. Here's Dick Smith now. We look over here against left-handers, Kilkenny. The pitch to Smith, 1-10, and he walked him. First and second now. For Paul Casanova. Kathy's rooting for both teams. That's a sign of genius. If I can paraphrase the quote. The first rate of intelligence is the ability to hold 2 opposed ideas in mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Again, the test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold 2 opposed ideas in mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. F. Scott Fitzgerald. I would paraphrase that to say a sign of intelligence is being able to entertain 2 opposing ideas simultaneously. Of course, this is not quite the same. Rooting for both teams is a win-win for you. First and second, 1 out. Here's Casanova now. That's 6-5 right-handed. Struck him out. And that's the second for Kilkenny. 2 down for Dick Bosman. It's a clutch situation. Here's Kilkenny. 3-6 left-handed, grounds it to short. Gutierrez has it, throws it to Stormin Norman, and the side is retired. And it's no runs. 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left for Washington. We're in the middle of the second, and it's a perfect Monday morning for a game of Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball, and we are so glad that you have joined us. We're doing here on the Strat-O-Matic network the 1969 replay, and we're already September 25. We're going full steam ahead. We have a 1911 and a 1964 replay, technically, but they are suspended. We also have a 1972 football replay, which is very suspended. It's in cryonics, if you will. Here comes Bosman now. And we're going at a pace, folks, where we think that the postseason will, to a large degree, coincide with the real world postseason. Isn't that something? If we play 1 game a day, we have 74 games left, 75, including this one. That's well, that would put us July to August, September, right at the end of September. So give or take, we'll have to see. I just hope I survive. It's how we retain our sanity, indeed. Here's Bosman. The pitch to Freehand. 3-6 right-handed, and that's a drive hit out into left center. Going for it is Unser. He can't get to it. It drops in for a double. Freehand with a leadoff double. You talking about entertaining opposing ideas, Kathy? That's a leadoff double by Freehand on a 3-6 right-handed double, 1-5, 5 on the die. Because a lot of people don't do that sort of thing. It'd be less arguments if people would do that. All right, second cup of coffee. Here's Bosman now, facing Wirt with Freehand on second to lead it off. Pitch to Wirt. That's 5-11 right-handed, grounds it to third B with a runner on second. And he will go to third. It's McMullen has it, and he throws it over to Howard for the out, but Freehand advances. Indeed, Kathy Harden. You talking coffee? I love coffee. Especially early morning. First cup. Even the second cup. So it's 1 out. It's Freehand on first. Gutierrez at the plate. A fly ball can bring him home. Freehand. Here's Bosman from the stretch. Infield is in. I'm trying it out more. That's 2-4 right-handed. Grounds to third B with the infield in. It's a 7. Oh, Lord, with the infield in B, he still scores. The lead runner is out. Others advance. Oh, they get him at third. Wow. The lead runner is out. A 2-4 Grounder to third. McMullen throws Freehand out at the plate. So it's 2 outs, and Gutierrez is safe. How do you like that? That was infield in for you, folks. If I do it enough, it'll get burned. It'll go through for a base hit. 2 asteroids off the X chart. Here's Kilkenny now. 2 outs and Gutierrez on first base. Not being held. Here's the pitch to Kilkenny. 3-8, and he struck him out. And that will retire the side, no runs. 1 hit, the leadoff double by Freehand, and he was thrown out coming home by a very alert Ken McMullen playing third base. We've gone 2. It's a 2-1 ball game. Oh, that's good coffee. Whoa. Whoa, that's good. Well, here's Kilkenny now for the top of the third. We'll take a break after this inning of 2 to 3 minutes. Steady Eddie. 0 for 1. Versailles with the home run on deck. Here's Kilkenny now. 5-8, right-handed. Struck him out. By the way, Kathy, I felt very, I don't know what the word would be, awkward, regretful about yesterday's ball game because, first of all, I don't think I had a lot to do with it, but it was such a crazy game. Of course, I really had nothing to do with the 3 consecutive home runs, Cleveland coming back with 4 in the bottom of the first. I did do a lot of substitutions in the top of the 8th. I brought a lot of pitchers in for Cleveland. But that was one wacky game, and I'm glad to get back to hopefully something that is a semblance of more normality. Well, here's Zoilo Versailles, who homered his first of the year. Here's Kilkenny. You play 1,870 games, you're going to have stuff like that, right? You'll have a whack game every once in a while. Here's Kilkenny. Pitch to Versailles, 6'10", right-handed, flies to center, our first X. That is Stanley, a 1-6. (11-1) gets 2 at F2. He's 6'11", 14, and he makes the catch. 2 away. And here's big man Howard now. Big man 0 for 1. Here's Versailles. 6'6", right-handed, pops it up again to short. Actually, he lined out, I believe, in the first. But this one's a pop-up. And under it is Gutierrez. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Whoops. Whoops. Looked on the wrong card. It's a strikeout. Nevertheless, the side is retired. Kilkenny has struck out 4 in this ball game. Big man strikes out. .6'6" right-handed. A 1-2-3 for Kilkenny. We're in the middle of the third here. He's a pretty good strikeout pitcher. Middle of the third, 2-1 Detroit. And here's Dick Bosman now. He'll start with the top of the order. He allowed 2 in the first on the single by Tresh, the triple by Northrop, bringing Tresh home, and then the sacrifice fly by Storman. Here's Stanley now. Bosman is ready. Pitch to Stanley, 3-2, right-handed, walked him. So Stanley is on, not being held. 2 tough pitchers holding their runners on the plate. Bosman -3 quotient. Kilkenny -5. Here's Tresh now. C-bunter. Stanley on first to lead it off. Here's Bosman. And it's a 1-10 right-handed. Pops it up to the right side foul territory of first base. Howard, big man, makes the catch. 1 out. And now here's Northrop, who had the big triple. From the stretch, Bosman. 1-8, right-handed, and that's a base hit to left. Non-clutch situation. Stanley coming around second, 1-15, 1-16, 1-17. They'll let him go and hold Northrop at first. I think Dick Smith wisely threw it to second to hold Northrop, allowing Stanley to go to third. It's first and third, 1 out. Here's Storman now. Sacrifice fly in the first. This is the infield back now for a double play. Bosman and the pitch to Storman. 1-9 right-handed, walked him. Now that has loaded the bases with Tigers. And Bosman in big trouble here. Again, he can get out of it with a double play ball. Storman on first, Northrop on second, Stanley on third, 1 out, infield back. Here's the pitch to Matic. That is 6-2 left-handed, flies to right, and that is deep enough, without a question, for Stanley to tag. That's the second sacrifice fly to right for Detroit in this ball game, and it makes it a 3-1 ball game. And now Freehand 1-for-1, doubled, thrown out at the plate, trying to come home on a ground ball, thrown out by McMullen. 2 outs, first and second. Clutch situation. Pitch to Freehand, 5-4 right-handed, grounds to third X. That'll be McMullen, 3-14. .314, 13-3, gets 2 at G2, 14, 5-9, 11. And he throws him out. And the side is retired. 1 run, though. On one hit, 2 walks, 2 left, a sacrifice fly. We've gone 3. It's Tigers 3, Senators 1. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Network. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Oh, muffed that one. Attendance is 4,589 here at huge Tiger Stadium. We've gone 3, it's 3-1, Motown. And here's Kilkenny. He allowed the home run to Versailles, and that's been about it. Put a couple on in the second, left them. Retired the side in order in the third. It's going to be McMullen leading it off. Here in the top of the fourth. Here's Ken McMullen now. He struck out by Kilkenny in the first. Kilkenny winds and deals. That's 6-8, right-handed. And there's a shot for a base hit. Up the middle for McMullen. Not being held. And now Brantalia, the batter. Unser on deck. Aaliyah grounded to third in the second. That's 2-7, left-handed, struck him out. Number 5 for Kilkenny. Now Del Unser. Unser singled left on in the second. Here's the pitch. 3-9, left-handed, fly ball left. That's playable by Tresh. He makes the catch, 2 outs for Dick Smith. It's McMullen on first, 2 away. Smith steps into the batter's box. Here's the pitch from Kilkenny. It's a 6-6, right-handed. And he struck him out on Kilkenny's own card, and it's his 6th strikeout. No runs, 1 hit. The leadoff single by McMullen, left on. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th. It's Bosman on the mound. He's allowed 3 runs in 3 innings. Don Wirt leads it off. He's 0 for 1. Oh! Lord. Okay, here's Bosman now. And the pitch to Wirt, 4-12, right-handed, grounds it to first X. That'll be Howard, big man, 430. Can he get to it? 437.4. Yes, he does. But he is an E30, 910. Whoa, he boots it. That's booted by Howard for the first error in this ball game. Putting Word on. And here is Cesar Gutierrez. It's really Gutierrez with an accent over the E. We have accents and tildes that are omitted from Strat-O-Matic. Maybe another gem by Kilkenny, sure. He had the 1-hitter this year, folks. He's allowed 3 already, but he's holding the Senators scoreless through 4. Here's Gutierrez at the plate. The pitch from Bosman. 6-7. Right-handed, flies it to center. And Unser is under it. Wirt holds. 1 out. Now here's Kilkenny. Struck out in the second. For 5, right-handed, hit well into the gap for a double by Kilkenny off of Bosman's card. How do you like that? Wirt rounding third, that's to center field. He's a 1-12, 1-13. 1 to 11 will hold. It's a tough call, but with Stanley coming up, second and third, one out, infield in now. They're going to go for Stanley. Here's Bosman. 4-10, right-handed. There's a slash. That's not going through. Right-handed. And that's going to be line to short. Brinkman makes the catch. 2 outs. So maybe that was a bit ultra-conservative. Tom Tresh, the batter. Clutch situation. Second and third with 2 outs. Anything now unearned? Here's Tresh now. Tresh 1 for 3. Singled, scored in the first. 4-10, switch hitter batting left. There's another slash. This one might go through. 1 to 13, switch hitter batting left. 1 to 13, no. It's a liner to second, and it's caught by Versailles. So you could second guess Mayo Smith, or actually the third base coach, for holding Wirt. It's no runs. I think it was a 1 to 11, I'm not sure. 1 error, a double, and both left on. And Bosman gets out of that. We've gone 4. It's a 3-1 ball game. Here's Kilkenny now. It'll be Casanova, Bosman, and then back to the top, Eddie Brinkman. Here's the pitch to Casanova. That's 6-7, right-handed, grounds to second X. That's for Matic, 322. 322, 23, G1, 22, 245 rare play. It's going to be a G1 rare play. Don't tell me it's a deflection off the mound. There's nobody on. It'll just be a ground out. 1 away. And here comes Bosman. Here's Kilkenny now. And the pitch. 3-4, grounds back to Kilkenny, 2 outs. And now Steady Eddie 0 for 2. That's 5-6, right-handed, grounds it to third for Wirt. And he throws it over to Storman. And Kilkenny is throwing a gem now. He's retired 6 in order. We're in the middle of the 5th. It's 3-1, and there's a change here for the Washington Senators. Howard is moving to left field. Epstein is coming in for Dick Smith, who was playing left field. I think that covers it. I could be wrong. Epstein playing first. Oh, God, I wrote Smith. Interesting move there by Ted Williams, moving Howard to first bringing in Epstein to play first base. And then Howard playing left for Smith. Very interesting move. Here's Dick Bosman now. And Northrup leads it off. Bosman into his windup, and the pitch to Northrup. That's 5-9, left-handed, grounds it to second for Versailles. And that's one away. Now Stormin, Norman. Boy, he went. God. I can't help but think about it, Kathy, how his demise. The pitch to Norman, 2-8, right-handed, walked him. Not being held. Stormin on first, one out. Matic is the batter. Flew to left and had a sacrifice fly, bringing Stanley home from third. 6-9 left-handed, grounds to short X. Steady Eddie, 221. Very sad ending. God. 221, 10-2, G1 gets to it. Could be a double, 3-6-8, E21. A G1 with a runner on first. Is a double play. Eddie Brinkman stepped on the bag himself and threw it over to now Super Jew Epstein, who is playing first for the double play, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits. The walk to Stormin Norman. None left after the double play. And here's Kilkenny. Here is the Treaty of Zoilo Versailles. 1 for 2 with the home run. Only run today for Washington. Senators 1 game under 500, having their best season in franchise history. This is the 61 expansion Senators. Here's Kilkenny. The pitch to Versailles to start the top of the 6th. 3-6 left-handed, grounds it to short for Gutierrez. That's one out. Here's big man Howard. Now he's out in left field. It is an interesting game, and a nicely paced one, too. Howard 0 for 2. I'm pacing my games by pots these days. Whoa! That one is a 6. Falling upright on the floor, and it went through. I don't need to replay it, and he hit him. Kilkenny hits Howard. He's okay. Yeah. If I can't play a game with one pot, I'm in big trouble. So big man Howard on a 112 left-handed gets hit by a Kilkenny fastball. And here's Ken McMullen. Howard on first, one out. Aaliyah on deck. Here's the pitch from Kilkenny. That is 6-6 right-handed, struck him out. That is the 7th strikeout for Kilkenny. And it's Brant Aaliyah. Kilkenny is throwing a gem of a game. That hit by pitch just got away from him. I don't think that's any indication of his pitching today. After allowing the home run to Versailles, he has largely settled down. Here's the pitch to Aaliyah. Yeah, I feel the earth move. 3-6 left-handed, hit well by Aaliyah. Whoa, it's gone, and it's a tie ball game. Brant-Aaliyah with the home run. A 2-run home run for Brant-Aaliyah. Let's look at that again. He had 11 in real world. It was 3-6 left-handed, home run 1-11. It was a 7 on the devil die. And hold your beer as Howard comes around to score. And Aaliyah with the home run, thundering around the bases. That big man really makes the earth move. For Brant-Aaliyah, that is home run number 8 in our replay. We enter home runs in real world. We enter wins for pitchers after the game. Those are the only individual stats we keep because after thinking about it, I just don't have the time to do full individual stats. It's a 3-3 game. And here's Unser and Super Drew Epstein on deck. 1 out, 2 outs, nobody on Kilkenny. The pitch to Unser. 6-7 left-handed, grounds to second X. That will be for Matic, a 322. .322 for 3. That goes through for a base hit. Matic is a 3. A 4-3 S1 base hit. 3, 4, 5, 6. E22. A single by Unser. Not being held. And here's Super Drew Epstein. Epstein in his first plate appearance here, since coming in to play first in the bottom of the 5th, replacing Howard, moving Howard to left and taking Dick Smith out. It's 2 outs. This is this is not a clutch situation. Unser on first. Here's Kilkenny now. The pitch to Epstein. 2-5 left-handed base hit to right by Epstein. Unser rounding second. 1-15, 1-17, 1-18, 1-17. They'll let him go and hold Epstein at first. And now Paul Casanova comes up in a clutch situation. There is action in the Tiger bullpen. Taylor, Patterson, and McRae are all warming, believe it or not. Taylor, Patterson, and McRae, all non-carded. And this is Kilkenny, and Kilkenny has reached fatigue. That is it for Kilkenny. Wow. Kilkenny is knocked out. Just picked up on that. 5 2/3. I guess that gem has tarnished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. He walked 1, hit 1, struck out 7, has allowed 3. He's responsible for first and third, 1 out. Let's see who's coming in here. For the Tigers. It will be Gary Taylor. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I may have made an error there. It will be Darrell Peterson. Darrell Peterson, the right-hander and the youngster. He has a 0 hold. That'll put him at -2. Little break in the action as Darrell Peterson coming in from the bullpen for Detroit. That's funny. I can't find him on Wikipedia. I can't find him on Baseball Reference, even though I see a video of him talking about the 68. That is very, very strange. Darrell Patterson. That's why. You see, folks? There he is. Darrell Patterson is 80 years old. He played 5 years. His first year was 68. This year, 69. He pitched 22 innings. He had an ERA of 2.82. And Patterson makes his way to the mound, taking his warm-ups. There he is against left-handers and against right-handers. Patterson warming up. Okay, Patterson is ready now. Here's Casanova in a clutch situation. 0 for 2. First and third with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Patterson. Right-hander, 3-11. And that's a ballpark slash. Oh, that's going to go through. No. Oh, no. It's tough there in Detroit. A very rough infield. It's line to short. Caught by Gutierrez, and the side is retired. But 2 big runs to tie up this ball game. On a 2-run home run by Brant Aaliyah. And in the middle of the 6th, it's a 3-3 game. Darrell Patterson. And here's Bosman, meanwhile, fresh as a daisy. His first endurance is not until the 7th. And it'll be Bill Freehand leading it off. We'll take a break for 2 or 3 minutes after this inning. Here's Bosman now. 3-5. Oh, it's a base hit for Freehand. Not being held. Now Don Wirt. Be careful pitching to this guy. Bosman from the stretch. The pitch to Wirt. 3-10. Oh my, it's a ballpark blast. It's an 8. He's right-handed. He's got the power. And it's gone. A 2-run home run, but you said you're rooting for both teams. I told you he's got power, folks. He'll sneak one on you. It was a 310 ballpark blast against the right-hander. Right-hander in Detroit. 1-14, it's gone. It's 8 on the Devil Die. Third home run of the ball game, first for Detroit. Don Wirt puts the Tigers ahead 5-3, just like that. For Wirt, that is home run number 16. He had 14 in real worlds. Now there is action in the Senators bullpen. Whoa. And who is warming, I do not know. But somebody is warming. They used a lot of players in the last game. They used 6 pitchers, including the starter. Here's Gutierrez. It's now 5-3 Tigers. That's 2-8 right-handed. Grounds it back to Bosman for the out, 1 away. And here's Darrell Patterson, now the winner of record. Go figure. He'll hit. The youngster faced 1 batter and becomes the winner of record. He is a 1 WL, and he has a relief endurance of 2. Here's Patterson, 1 WL. Bats left-handed, throws right. Here's Bosman. 1-4 struck him out. That is the second for Dick Bosman. And top of the order, Mickey Stanley. Big question is, will Bosman hit in the 7th? I say let him hit. We did deserve a great game after yesterday, you bet. 5-8 right-handed, grounds to second X. I may defer to Kathy on that if she's willing. Versailles 317. Four 3, that's an S1 base hit. Oh my. 367 E17. It's going to be a single for Stanley with 2 outs. Not too much harm. Unless Tresh clouts one. Again, Bosman's first endurance is next inning. Next inning. Here's the pitch to Tresh. 6-9, switch hitter, batting left. Grounds to short X. Gutierrez 344. 344-17, 3G1 gets to it, but he's a E44. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong shortstop. I'm sorry, it was Steady Eddie Brinkman. I am so sorry. No problem. 17-2. It's a G1. That's even, yeah. And it's a 4-7-8-9 Brinkman 21. And he throws him out and the side is retired. But 2 more runs. And after 6, it's Tigers 5, Senators 3. Patterson will come out. Kilkenny ends up getting charged for 3 runs. Patterson will start his first full inning. Dick Bosman is due up, and we'll see if he's going to hit. That bullpen is very tired. I say let him hit, but I'm going to ask Kathy to defer to make the final ruling if she's interested. She may pass on this. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Network. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. I say let him hit because we got some big bats in the lineup. If he's out, he's out. All right, Kathy Hart. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Guterman here in Studio B, and I got a big, fresh pot of coffee. I'm got a new attitude. 1 pot per game. And if you have to go through more than a pot, then you're not playing fast enough. Not that we speed. And we've got an absolutely awesome ball game going on here. It's 5-3 Detroit. With Bosman due up in the top of the 7th. Kilkenny reached fatigue in the 6th. Patterson came in. That was with 2 outs after he let up a 2-run home run to Brantalia. His 8th of the year. And then Wirt hit a 2-run home run. His 16th of the year in the bottom of the 6th. And we're going to get back to this ball game in just a minute after I just savor a little bit of this coffee. I mean, pure, concentrated, non-distracted savoring. Just, it takes about less than a minute. Indeed. Well, we're back, and it's the top of the 7th. And Darrell Patterson coming out to pitch his first full inning of relief here for the Detroit Tigers. He got Casanova to pop out to short to retire the side when it was 1st and 3rd, 2 outs after 2 had come in already on the 2-run home run by Aaliyah. And Dick Bosman is coming to the plate. He's going to hit. He is a 1 WR. Here's Patterson now. Pitch to Bosman, 4-7, right-handed. And he struck him out on Patterson's card. First strikeout for Patterson, 1 away. Now here's Steady Eddie, 0 for 3. Patterson gets the sign from Freehand. He's into his windup. The pitch to Brinkman. 1-7, right-handed, and that is a base hit by Steady Eddie. Patterson a -2, Steady Eddie. Not being held. And here's Zoilo Versalles, who hit the 2-run home run, the solo home run in the 1st to put the Senators ahead initially, 1-0. Zoilo Versalles with Brinkman on first, 1 out, not being held. Oh, that's good. Eddie is on first. Here's the pitch to Versalles. 2-5, right-handed. There's a shot into the gap. It's cut off by Stanley. It's got 2 asterisks, though. It's a base hit, and Eddie goes to 3rd. And now Patterson, still in his first inning of relief with a cutoff. Big man Howard, the batter. McMullen on deck. McMullen, no slouch. I wouldn't walk him. First of all, you'd be putting the winning run on base. Oh, that's good coffee. Whoa. Infield back for the double on big man Howard, 0 for 2. Hit by a pitch and scored on Aaliyah's home run. Here's Patterson. 5-11. Right-handed, grounds it to first X. That'll be Cash at 2-9. He's no slouch at first. This could be 2. 2-9-0, 3-1 G, 2 pound, no holds, no infield in. It's not going to be a double. A 3-2, it's a G3, I'm sorry. Cash E9, 6-11-13. It's going to be a G3, first and third, one out. And the runners will advance. And there's one run. Brinkman comes home. Steady Eddie comes home. Cash had to take it to the bag. Versailles goes to second. He's in scoring position. And McMullen will come up in a clutch situation. And now, only now, does Patterson start his first endurance inning. Here's Ken McMullen now. Clutch situation here. He's got a clutch reversal on his card. Here's Patterson now. McMullen 1 for 3. The pitch from Patterson. 112 right-handed. Oh, it is a clutch reversal. Oh my, pops it up to short. And Gutierrez makes the catch. The side is retired. Ain't that a heartbreak? It was a 112 right-handed. And with a clutch situation, singles are converted to pop-outs. The rules are the rules. And the side is retired. But there was one run on 2 hits. Howard got a run batted in on this ground ball. And in the middle of the 7th, it's Tigers 5, Washington Senators 4. I think we got a ball game. Dick Bosman did allow 2 hits in his first endurance inning. That means he will be 2 hits or walks away from fatigue in the 8th. It'll be Northrup, Cash, and Matic for the Tigers. Kathy rooting for both teams. It's a win-win. Go Senators. Stack is with us. Great to have you with us, Stack, early here in this morning. Here's Northrup, bottom of the 7th. Northrup 2 for 3, tripled home a run in the first, singled in the 3rd. Here's Bosman now. Absolutely stacked. 2-9 right-handed, grounds it to second. And Versailles throws him out, 1 out. We had a shit show of a ball game yesterday, Stack. I don't know if you caught wind of it, and I sort of fed into it and replaced 5 fielders. It was 10-7 Baltimore. Weaver was just trying to get some of his other players in there for some practice as they prepare for October 4, which is game 1 of the postseason divisional playoffs. And it will be Minnesota at Baltimore for game 1. It's October 4. and they wouldn't have known. But it is going to be exact lineups with Jim Perry and Mike Cuellar. Bobby Allison started in left. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I might go with Eulander. It's the standard lineup for the Orioles. And Reese didn't play. Oh, Reese did play, yeah. 322 hitter. Here we are, bottom of the seventh, Bosman. 1 out. And Norm Cash, the batter. Cash, left-handed hitter, sacrifice fly in the first and walked twice. The windup by Bosman. And the pitch, 5'11", left-handed, walked him. Now here's Matic. Cash on first, 1 out, Bosman. One more hitter walk, he's fatigued. 5'9", left-handed, grounds it to second. Picked up by Versailles, steps on the bag, no throw to first. Forcing Cash, 2 outs. And one more out, and Bosman has refreshed endurance. Freehand 2 for 3. Doubled left, thrown out at the plate by McMullen on a ground ball. Very heads-up play. Single then scored on Wirt's home run in the 6th. Pitch from Bosman, 5'12", right-handed, grounds it to first X. That's going to be Super Jew Epstein. He is a 4-16. .416, that is a 6-4. Oh, it goes through past Epstein. For a base hit, 6-10, 12, 16. Oh, and he boots it. It's a single and an error for Epstein. Quite costly. Matic goes to third and holds. And that's it for Dick Bosman. Here comes Ted Williams. It was a single. Bosman comes out, the loser of record. He pitched 6 2/3. He allowed 8 hits. He walked 4. Struck out 2, has allowed 4 runs thus 5 runs thus far. We're going to check to see if Knowles is available. If he pitched on the 23rd, he's not available. I don't think he did. They may have been off. They were off. And it's going to be Darryl Knowles, their ace. Darryl Knowles. He pitched in the last game. Left-hander. Coming in from the bullpen. Here's Knowles taking his warm-ups. It'll be a clutch situation here. Oh, that is good coffee. Whoa. Here's Knowles now. He'll face Wirt. Second and third, 2 outs. 5-3 Tigers. Here's Knowles. And the pitch to Wirt. 1-9 left-handed, grounds it to second for Versailles. And he throws to Epstein, and the side is retired. So, Knowles puts out the fire, no runs, no 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left, the error. Bosman charged with 5 runs this game. He is the loser of record at this point. Patterson, the winner. And we're heading to the top of the 8th. Grant Aaliyah, who hit a 2-run home run, will lead it off. Hey, here's Darrell Patterson on the mound. This is his second. He has 1 out in his second endurance inning per that, but this is the top of the 8th. Aaliyah steps in the batter's box. Again, he hit the 2-run blast. Here's Patterson, the windup. The pitch to Aaliyah, 5-6 right-handed, walked him. This is his first endurance inning, Patterson. Now Del Unser is the batter. Aaliyah not being held. Unser 2 for 3. Patterson from the stretch. 1-4 right-handed, grounds it to third, forcing Aaliyah. 1 out. I'll tell you, this youngster Patterson, he came up last year, and he's very impressive thus far. Has been poised. He did allow 1 run, but very composed youngster on the mound. Now it's Unser, not 1-15. Forgot to put Knowles a 0 -2. 1-13. Borderline. Not being held. He gets the lead. He's a 1-15, 1-13. No, thank you. It's a 5-4 ball game, and here's Super Jew Epstein. Epstein singled in his first at bat. He came in to play first base. Howard was moved from first to left, replacing Smith. Here's Patterson now. The pitch to Epstein. 3-7, walked him. And now Patterson is 1 hit or walk away from fatigue. It's first and second, 1 out for Casanova. And they may have a hitter for Knowles. How do you like that? Here's the pitch to Casanova. 3-4. Lines it to short, caught by Gutierrez. 2 outs. And there will be a hitter for Knowles. It's the 8th inning. I mean, we could let him hit and try for the 9th. That's one way to play the game. Knowles pitched only 1/3, but it's just an intuitive hunch. Let's see who's going to hit here. And there's still more coffee. Hitting against the right-hander Patterson, 1 hit or walk away from fatigue. I got somebody in mind. And he's been playing too. It's going to be Lee May, the left-handed hitter. Lee May. A perfect pinch hitter for this situation. A clutch situation. He starts on the 26th. May against Patterson, the right-hander. Look at that card. Lee May steps in with 2 outs. Super Drew Epstein on first, Unser on second. May at the plate. Here's Patterson going against the left-hander. The pitch to May. That's 4-8, left-handed, struck him out. Oh, Patterson. And he gets out of it without fatigue. No runs. No hits, 2 walks, 2 left. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. There'll be a new pitcher for Washington, their third. Who could it possibly be? By the way, the Tigers won this one in real world 7-2. Jan Dukes pitched in this game on the 26th in real world, and it is going to be Jan Dukes, the left-hander. And I believe he's still alive. Yeah, there he is. This was his first year. He only played 2 seasons. He had a 2.45 ERA. So Jan Dukes is coming out. He is a left-hander, and he's very tough against left-handers. Dukes taking his warm-ups. As the Senators put up their Dukes to try to keep them in this ball game. Patterson is still in this ball game. Wow. And he's the winner of record. Bosman the loser. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Well, Kathy, let me read what you're saying here. Oh, you're rooting for... Yeah, so we don't go back to the real world. Who wants to do with that? In case any of you are wondering, looking at our schedule, our next game is another snoozer. It gets that way at the end of the year. California at Oakland. And this is a new series. It'll be the first of a 4-game series. Pitching for California will be Tom Murphy. And for the A's will be, believe it or not, Raleigh Fingers starting and Hot Dog is playing. And I see no reason why, barring an extra inning long game, I can't just set this game up and play it this morning on a second pot. The coffee has lasted very nicely. Okay, the Washington Senators have put up their Dukes, Jan Dukes to be exact. It's 5-4 ball game. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, 5-4. It's going to be Gutierrez leading it off for the Tigers with Patterson, believe it or not, on the on-deck circle for the win. Okay, here's Dukes now. The pitch to Gutierrez, 1-9. Dukes left-handed, base hit, Gutierrez. Gutierrez 1-15, Dukes. A -1, -3, not being held. And here's Patterson, his second at bat. Patterson is a C-bunter. He is a 1WL. We'll just have him head away. Here's Dukes. 4-6. I believe he's a left-handed hitter. Yes, he is. 4-6 left-handed. Flies it to right. And under it is Aaliyah to make the catch, one away. He got a piece of it, though. Now Mickey Stanley. Stanley 1 for 3, walked and scored. If you're looking ahead to the top of the ninth, it's the top of the order. Eddie, Versailles, and big man Howard. Here's the pitch to Stanley. From Dukes, 4-9 right-handed. That's going to be a base. Oh, no! Oh, it's caught! Stopped by third baseman McMullen on his knees, throws to second to force Gutierrez. This must have looked like an optical illusion to a lot of people. I thought it was going through, and I couldn't believe it. He stopped it. Let's look at that again. It was 4-9 on the dice. And we go to Dukes against Stanley, the right-hander. Single 1-17. Ground ball third B, the rest. It was a 20. And McMullen, on his frickin' knees, threw it to second to force Gutierrez. Now Stanley is on with 2 outs. And here's Tresh. What a beautiful play. Tresh 1 for 4. Dukes. 2-7. Left-handed. Flies it to center. This is a can of corn. Unser is under it. He makes the catch. We're headed to the ninth. Daryl Patterson. Has come in. He is the winner of record. And if he can get out of this without allowing a run, he will win this ball game. Came in for Kilkenny in the sixth. Here's Steady Eddie Brinkman to lead it off. 1 for 4, singled and scored. Here's Patterson now. The pitch to Eddie. That's 1-7 against the right-hander. And that's a drive hit out into the gap. It's dropping. And rolling to the wall, Steady Eddie with a leadoff double. Oh my. 1-7 right-handed. Look at that, Kathy. Double 1 to 4, 3 on the 20 die. The tying run is in scoring position, and the Senators will have up to 3 chances to bring him home. Here's the final cup. What a ball game. What a freaking game. Steady Eddie on second, no outs. Versailles at the plate. Patterson in his third endurance inning. It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He is 1 hit or walk away from fatigue. We'll double check it if I think it happens. Here's Versailles. Patterson from the stretch. The pitch to Versailles. That's 112. Whoa, he hit him. Oh, he hit him. Second hit by pitch today by Senators pitching. The first one was by by Detroit pitching. First and second, nobody out. My goodness. Let's just double check here. 1 out, 2 outs, 3 outs. Starting a new inning here, 1 out. This would turn out to be 2 outs, 3 outs, and then this is a fresh inning. He has 1 hit, 1 more hit or walk because he allowed 2 walks in the last inning. And there's action in the Tigers bullpen. It's Hiller. Hiller is warming. Chuck. Where is Chuck Hiller? Oh, Hiller is John Hiller. I'm so sorry. Hiller, the left-hander. There's also a right-hander warming. They're still in a race with the Red Sox for second place, the Tigers. The Senators' win would put them at 500. The Tigers are 2.5 ahead of the Red Sox. Well, I'll just let you know there is a right-hander warming. I'm not sure who it is, but they have a right-hander warming. Okay, here's Zoilo Versailles facing Patterson, trying to finish this game, Patterson. The pitch to Versailles. 1-9, right-handed, struck him out. And that's the second strike, 1-2. Third strikeout for Patterson, one away. And now, that was Howard. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're gonna have to do a replay. That's 1-9. It's a grounder to first, double play. Now we're gonna have to go back. That could be the ball game, but we have to go back and make sure we hit the right. I am so sorry that we have had this, but it happens. It happens, folks. We're gonna have to go back and replay to make sure we hit the right cards. Just set this game up and play it this morning on a second. Threw it to second. This is an interesting replay. The pitch to Eddie. Here's where Eddie doubles. 1-7 against the right-hander, and that's a drive hit out into the gap. It's dropping. And rolling to the wall, Steady Eddie with a leadoff double. We know that's right. His third endurance inning. Now here's Versailles. From fatigue stretch, the pitch to Versailles. That's 1-12. Whoa, he hit him. Okay. Oh, he hit him. Now we want to see Howard coming up. Second hit by pitch today. And we're going to go on this roll. Out. This would turn out to be 2 outs. Bullpen. It's Hiller. Hiller is warming. Well, I think I looked at Versailles' card. Let's check it out. The roll counts. Chuck. Where is Chuck Hiller? Here's the real world where Howard was due up. John Hiller, I'm so sorry. Howard was due up first and second. Hiller, the left-hander, is also a right-hander warming. Oh, that's good coffee. He's still in a race with the Red Sox. Tigers are right-hander warming. Patterson trying to finish this game. Yeah, this is where we did it. We made an error. We rolled on Versailles. 1-9. We're going to move to Howard against the right-hander Patterson. It is a ground ball to first, double play, and Brinkman will go to third. It is a 1-9. Ground ball to first. First, we have to check first and third. The infield was back. My Lord. First and third, 2. It is a double play. Cash stepped on the bag, through to second. Oh, that's under Howard. I'm so sorry. Versus a strikeout. We get it right, folks. We almost always get it right. It's a 1-9 grounder to first, double play with Brinkman going to third. And now it's going to be Ken McMullen in a huge clutch situation. You couldn't have done that years ago. To replay, to do for errors. Here's McMullen now facing Patterson. Patterson 1 out away from the win. Brinkman on third. Here's Patterson from the stretch. That's 4-8, right-handed. Oh, it's a fly to center. And under it is Stanley. And the ball game is over. Tough break for the Senators. They just fall short. Darrell Patterson pitched quite a ball game, this youngster. And that was completely accurate, folks. We had misread for Howard's card. The final score, and it was a good one. Detroit Tigers 5, Washington Senators 4. Kathy wins. Her team wins. Her team also lost. Patterson gets the win, the surprise performance by the youngster. He pitched 3 1/3 innings in for Kilkenny, allowing 1, 2, 3 hits. Actually, I think Kilkenny gets the win. Kilkenny left in the 6th here. 2 runs had scored, and it was a 3-3 game. No, he does not get the win. Patterson 3 1/3, 3 hits. He walked 1, hit 1, struck out 2, and allowed 1 run. Dukes came in 6-7, pitched 1 inning, 1 hit. The final line, the loss goes to Bosman. Tigers 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Senators 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. It was well played. Back to reality. I'm gonna plan. I have to put these 2 in the books, and then I'll plan for my next game. I'm looking for another game this morning. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Stack. And thank you, everybody else. Take care.